There's so much to childhood eye cancer. Child's life in sight, parents, adult survivors. Maybe our stories can't change the world, but we can add pieces to the puzzle to help complete the picture. Raising awareness and empowering by shining a light on childhood eye cancer. This is the Ray of Hope.
Hi, my name is Lorena.
Last episode, Lorena talked about her youngest son, Colton, and their experience with bilateral retinoblastoma. The fifth of 7 children, Lorena's parents noticed she was developing what seemed to be a lazy eye. Noticing vision loss and a strange white glow in her eye visible at night, Lorena's parents took her to the doctor.
Every doctor dismissed it as lazy eye. It's normal. She'll grow out of it. However, my parents were very persistent. I was referred to a doctor at a community clinic. While one doctor was explaining what was going on with my diagnosis, my eyes, another doctor was getting the OR ready to do immediate surgery. Had I waited any longer for this diagnosis or surgery, I could have died.
The remaining tumors in her right eye were treated with laser, cryotherapy, and external beam radiation. At around 6 years old, she developed new tumors in the remaining eye. Being treated in Houston, she was referred to Dr. Ellsworth in New York City, where she recalls receiving the external beam radiation.
One time I wasn't put under. I think there was like a lack of communication. I remember the whole mask molded to my face. I remember it was cold and heavy and lead, and there was like a tiny hole through the eye. They laid me on a table. I saw a bright light and it got warm. I will never forget that treatment day.
Following what was about a year of treatment, she's been cancer-free. She did, however, experience some significant vision loss in her remaining eye. For a few years, she attended a school for the blind where she learned Braille. In 1994, she received a lens implant, which greatly improved her vision. Although she does have restricted peripheral vision, night blindness, and sensitivity to light, requiring sunglasses. She began attending public school, where eventually she embraced what made her different from everyone else: a prosthetic.
Nobody really knew that I had anything wrong with my eye. When people started noticing, it was more because I started opening up about it. And it wasn't scary to me to tell people and be afraid that they weren't going to accept me. It was more like I started to take pride in it. And then people started asking a lot more questions. And at that point, one of the teachers was like, why don't you come to different classrooms and talk about why your eye is that way? So I went and I would actually talk to the younger students in each classroom. And at that point, I realized that, my experience, I can use it to educate other people. And hopefully with that, less people will end up getting bullied or teased like I was at a very, very young age.
Choosing to wear her prosthetic with pride, along with her natural sense of humor, has led to some memorable moments. Like the time in high school when a substitute teacher wouldn't let anyone in the class use the restroom.
The majority of the students were male. So a lot of my friends growing up were like the football guys. They were all jocks. So they were like, hey, Lorena, why don't you just take out your eye? I got up out of my seat, removed it. The teacher got kind of scared and she was like, okay, go, but go to the nurse.
Of course she didn't go to the nurse. There was absolutely nothing wrong with her. She learned that in middle school and credits her brothers and sisters for not treating her any differently while still knowing that they would protect her. At the core of this boldness is a true lesson that Lorena wants parents, children, and other adult survivors to know.
Yes, I'm different. Yes, my eyes are different. My eyes will never be the same. But I went through cancer, not once, but twice. And I went through so much treatment to save what vision I had left. And not only my vision, but my life. There's no reason for me to be ashamed of that.
What more can I say? Continued prayers and good thoughts for Colton, Lorena, and the whole Rodriguez family. On behalf of the entire Reed family, we officially welcome you as a member of the Ray of Hope, shining a light on a rare childhood eye cancer. Supporting World Eye Cancer Hope, life in sight for every child. Donate at therayofhope.org. That's THERAEOFHOPE.org. Share the post and help us spread awareness. I'm Thomas Reed, and thanks for watching.